We're in the money.
I'm in.
Got they shoved my whole stack into the front and stood up to leave. Morning everyone. We're back here in Sun City, ready for day 2. As you can see, I'm not wearing my infamous hoodie, as halfway through the walk here I realized that I left it at home, so probably gonna just go fetch it on a break. But yeah, we got just over 40 bigs, so really, even though I didn't bag a big stack, it's more than enough to play with. Coming from an online background, 40 bigs just feels like tons, have a lot to work with, but I really want to catch some heat and start to chip up as much as possible, so that when we get to the bubble stages, we have a stack that we can bully everyone with. I'll take it. Okay, on the second break of the day, I couldn't give an update on the first break because I had to hobble back to my room to fetch the shuffle up hoodie. Love this hoodie, it feels really good. Obviously got a rep shuffle up, but yeah, it's been again really a grind of a day. Haven't been able to really get momentum. Sitting with 42,000 now, so I started the day with 33.7, so at least it's somewhat of a positive outcome. Don't have the best table, do have quite a strong table, but I'm really just focusing on grinding, really keeping conscious of my stack depth in big blinds, because that very much determines how you can play. And yeah, I'm just grinding it out. These 1 hour levels, you don't have to push it really hard, but I would love to catch some heat. Played one semi-sizable pot. We were playing 800, 1600. There was an open to 3,600 from middle position. 3-bet out the small blind with black 10s to 11,000 and villain called. The flop was Queen 8-3 rainbow, and I think our hand falls into the category of check call. It's marginal made hand, so we check. Villain fires out 11,000. It's quite a chunky bet. We call. Turn 8, pairing the board. We check, and he swiftly bet 30,000. And at that time, I only had about 37k in my stack, so it's really just a spot where it's just unnecessary to stack off there a lot of the time, because he does look really strong from that position. He has a lot of ace queen, king queen hands. This player can possibly trap with aces there. Don't think he ever has kings, but I decided to let it go, and our opponent told us that he had aces, so that was a good fold. But we're really looking to catch some heat now, and gonna go try find some food to eat. Double.
Oh my god, you win.
So boring.
4.
So boring.
Let's go.
I think I put too much.
Oh, Jack on the flop. Let's go,
Yeah,
Damon. Let's go. We got Damon 2s.
Oh,
2s.
Twos.
Okay, let's go.
Ace on the turn.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in.
Okay, we are on the third break of the day. What's up, Wes? I'm really happy. The day has been going pretty miserable, but no, I really grounded that short stack. I won many flips for my tournament laugh, including the ace jack versus deuces hand, which is crazy, which I'll input in the video. But yeah, we're going to the feature table now. I'm really excited. I love the feature table. It provides like a memory, you know, of my family and my kids and my friends one day. That's kind of the way that they'll be able to see me play. So it's really fun. I enjoy it. But taking 104, coming back to blinds are 1500 3K. So 34 bigs. It's obviously not a lot, but it's definitely more than enough to work with. And we're just going to keep chipping up and grinding.
Hell no.
25,000.
There's no world where Leopold does not double up Damon, surely. Damon taking his time, putting in the stack.
25,000.
Very nice.
Just a call. Oh wow, so that makes things even worse. Leading over, looking at that stack. He might just rip the lot here.
Cool.
Or let it call.
Oh.
Snapped.
Nuts. Nuts, boy.
Okay, as you all can see, it is not. We're on dinner break. I had 2 hours on the stream, which I loved. It went fantastically. We started the stream with, I think, 104, and we bagged 228, something like that. Yeah, it was really nice. Obviously the key hand, well, there was really two, where I bluff jammed the turn with a straight flush draw versus Marco, and he was pretty tilted after discovering what hand I had, and he said it was terrible, but I was just very confident. I was just very confident that I knew what he had, and that he just couldn't call. I had enough fold equity to get him off exactly what I thought he had, and he had that. And then the second key hand was obviously a full double up with tens on 10-3-3 versus king 10. The king 10 turned a flush draw and shoved on me, snap called, his drawing dead. So that was a great hand. We are getting pretty close to the money, so pressure's definitely starting to mount. That's why we got to keep growing our chip stack and really ensure that we're not short and we're able to exert our power on the bubble instead of having it exerted upon us. So now we're going to go for dinner, chill, and grind out the rest of the night. Dinner tonight, we have a beautiful romantic setting with the candle. We've got steak and some veg, keeping it really clean and healthy for the main event grind ahead. So we are on another break. We are proper cooking now. We've got 5:26. We're going to be coming back to blinds of 4K, 8K, and we are on the bubble. So it's really going to be an opportunity to apply a lot of pressure to the shorter stacks. There's two big stacks. Sorry about that. There's two big stacks at our table, which I don't foresee them being ones to get pushed around. So just going to try avoid them. But the other players at the table definitely going to apply lots of pressure. I'm really feeling good about this. Yeah, we have tons of chips to play with now, and I'm really getting into a groove, feel confident, and let's hope we can run it to a final table. Another little thing, something really funny happened. I don't know how to explain it. It was obviously just a bit of a brain fart. So I'll post the hand, but essentially what happened is there was an open to 15K at 3K, 5K, and the opponent was a really aggro maniac. So I knew best way to go about this is to trap. I looked down at ace king in the big blind, and I decided to just flat instead of 3-bet, really just the sole purpose of trapping him. If I catch a hand, I know I can stack him. So I flat. Flop came king 7 deuce, 2 spades. Absolute dream for us. We checked, he bet 25k, it's a big size bet. We call. The turn was a 3, so it's a very dry board. I am extremely confident to have the best hand. I check and he snap rips for a massive sizing. I instant call. He has ace 5, so he's drawing dead to a gutter. River 5, so I win. I have no idea what was going on in my head, but I was fully convinced that I lost. So when the dealer asked me how much I have, I shoved my whole stack into the front and stood up to leave, only to get the news that I had won and just stacked the opponent. So I apologized to him, but it was just really funny in the moment. As someone with experience of playing live tournaments just has a full-on brain fart like that. But yeah, we're restarting now, and let's hope we can continue cooking. You're in the money. Made the money. Okay, so we bagged for day 3 of the main event. I'm obviously elated to have run so deep. It's a really cool experience. I had one of the most enjoyable tables I've ever had in my life. Like, it was just non-stop cracking jokes, laughing, having a good time. Besides for the obviously seriousness of the poker, which really elevates the experience. I was pretty tilted towards the end though, as I lost 2 significant pots. One I got massively bluffed, and the other one I think I made a bit of a mistake, sort of exploitative mistake, and maybe a theory mistake. I'm gonna have to check it, but a little bit annoyed with that. The bluff, I would love to do a hand breakdown. Okay, so the hand occurred blinds of 5k, 10k. I had a starting stack of around 550k, and my opponent had me covered. I opened up in middle position with black queens to 20,000. It folded to my opponent on the button, who 3-bet to 56,000. Folded to me, and there's really 2 ways to go about it. One is, obviously there's a big case to be made for 4-bet shoving there, but I decided to go the route of flatting, mainly for RCM considerations, as well as my sort of playing style deeper in these events with stacks that cover me. I'd rather play a small ball and tight approach and play post flop. So I make the call. We go to a flop of 7-7-8, 2 clubs, 1 diamond. Obviously a great flop for my hand. We check to the raiser, who continues for 40,000. I don't really like anything other than flatting here, as raising gets his bluffs to fold, and we value own ourselves against aces and kings. So I flat, and we go to a dreadful turn, king of diamonds. So obviously any overcard to our hand is really not great for us, as his range contains a lot of ace king. We check to the raiser again, who barrels for 145,000. Now against the size, I strongly removed kings from his range, as I don't think king's full now goes for such a large size. Aces can possibly make an argument for that size, although there's not a lot to protect against. So he's really got to put me on a strong hand to go that size for value. Ace king is definitely a concern. However, being the king of diamonds, there's also a lot of bluffs that come from his now turned nut flush draws, that being ace queen of diamonds and ace jack of diamonds. So I was leaning towards those types of hands, as I didn't think the sizing made a lot of sense for value. A critical factor in this hand was the suits that I held. So I held the queen of clubs, which means I block him having something like ace queen of clubs, whereas I unblock him having ace queen of diamonds. So I went for the call. River, shocking card, the 5 of diamonds. So now the backdoor flush, which I really thought were his main bluffs, now got there. I checked to him again, really hoping for a check back, and unfortunately I faced the dreaded all in. I tanked for a really long time, just really trying to think of what bluffs he can have in the spot, and it was extremely tough for my whole stack to hear a call like that, and I made the fold. He swiftly showed me Jack 9 of spades for an absolutely insane maniac bluff, but well done to him.
I did it for DK. Oh my god, you're queen. Queen. Oh my god. Sorry.
He is a member of the team PokerBet, so I feel like he was trying to get a little bit of a revenge, seeing as I posted the hand breakdown of me triple barrel bluffing PokerBet CEO Darren Kramer. But is what it is. We took the bluff in our stride and continued. So we bagged 308 heading into day 3, finished up here, going straight to bed, ready to get some breakfast finally and attack day 3 of the main event.